Hey team, Martin here. It's time for our weekly video, and my dog Oliver has joined us, and so he will be huffing and puffing. Say hi, Ollie. Ollie, say hi. He will be huffing and puffing, uh, and that's the heavy breathing you hear in the background. So there's one news update, one quick topic, and then we'll get into some shout outs. I'm not going to do all of the shout outs because we have an all hands this week, and I would like to keep some of the shout outs for the all hands. The news topic is there was an unfortunate incident today at Optical Court. One of our subcontractors, a cooling subcontractor, was followed into Optical Court, followed because his truck is very valuable. Cooling contractors have a lot of expensive tools, equipment on the truck. The truck itself is worth quite a bit. When the subcontractor entered Optical Court, he heard the alarm on his vehicle sounding, and he went outside. At that time, he saw three men attempting to steal his vehicle. He approached the men. I'm assuming they're men, actually, I don't know. He approached the three suspects, and one of them pulled out a gun. With the gun, he told the subcontractor to give him his laptop, which the subcontractor did, and then the criminals took off. As there more details arise, I'll be happy to share them. As the police give us more information, we'll share that too. I want to make sure three things are clear. First and foremost, I still believe Optical Court is a safe place to work. This was not people casing out Optical Court, but rather they followed the contractor in because they're interested in his vehicle. Second, that said, we will be increasing security on the weekends and after hours. That will be done via more patrols initially, and we'll look to add more manpower. The third thing is the most important thing for our organization is the safety of our employees. I often say the most important thing is hiring, but being real, the most important thing is the safety of our employees, and whether that's their physical safety, mental well-being, we will do what it takes to make sure people feel comfortable. So again, we do not believe Optical Court was the target. The target was the type of vehicle and equipment on the vehicle. We will be increasing our security, first through more frequent patrols, and then through more physical presence. And then finally, the safety of all of you is our top consideration. So that said, we're going to move on to the one topic that I wanted to make sure everybody understands. And it's around choices. And it was something I wanted to talk about, and it's kind of relevant to the previous topic. People made bad choices, and hopefully they're held to account for those choices. And we'll share whatever information we can with the police officers. But that said, the topic I want to talk about is a choice, and the choice that we have with our professions and our careers. And it's something that I want to remind everybody of, because over this weekend I found myself, I rode my bike to a cafe, ate two breakfasts, and on the way home I was all whiny, right? I was whiny. Kathy, my significant other, used a more colorful adjective and noun to describe me, but I was whiny. And really, it was ridiculous. Like, I made the choice to go for the bike ride. I made the choice to be a glutton, and I'm dealing with the consequences, and just got to get over it. And being whiny doesn't help. And once I recognized that, with a little bit of help from a friend, the ride was a lot better. And I say that because oftentimes in your profession, you feel like, oh man, why am I here? I have to work. I have to do this. I have to do that. The fact of the matter is, we're all part of GF Energy by choice. And when you internalize and recognize it's a choice, it's really a very liberating experience. Hey, I choose to be part of GF Energy. Therefore, because I'm choosing to do it, I'm going to do it to the best of my ability. Because I'm choosing to do it, I'm going to be excited about it. Because I'm choosing to do it, I'm not going to let some of the stress get me down. That's not to say we all don't have bad days and we don't all have stresses, et cetera, et cetera. But I ask you all to embrace the fact that you are here by choice. And I'm very happy that all of you have made the choice to come and work with us. But if you can internalize that and recognize the fact that you have made a decision, and similarly, if you're unhappy, like really terminally unhappy, you can change that decision. We can work with you. I think that for those of you who are running through rough spots, as things get more and more stressful, I think that you will be able to get through it more quickly and get through it in a more healthy manner. So that's what I wanted to say about choice. I'm really glad with the choices that you've made. Don't take this as an opportunity to really seriously examine those choices. No, I'm just kidding. But examine that and think to yourself, hey, if I could do anything would I come to work at GF Energy? And I hope the answer is yes. If the answer is not yes, then talk to your manager and let's find out what we can change to make the answer yes, or similarly, how we can make the limited time we'll have on this planet more valuable for you. Okay, those are the messages. On to the shout outs. I'm only going to do like 3 or 4 shout outs. And the reason for that is we have an all hands this week and I want to make sure I have some information for the all hands. So in no particular order, the first shout out goes to, I can't tell because these folks are masked, but these are 2 of our technicians making certs for V1B. They're climbing on top of the laminator, and these certs need to be on, these modules need to be certified. And if by making them on our production laminator, the laminator is certified. So thank you very much for those of you who are on top of the laminator getting the products made. Okay, next shout out goes to Kevin Cool. Kevin Cool wants to give a shout out to Jason Schamberg for handling a very difficult situation in Northern California. There have been some bumps along the road on this project, and the homeowner has been quite aggressive with the team at sometimes. Jason, late at night, was willing to converse with the customer and address his concerns. Jason Schamberg worked diligently the next day with his teams to address the homeowner's concerns and went above and beyond the level of detail and explanation. Despite rudeness from the customer, Jason killed them with kindness. So shout out to Jason for doing that. Next, from, who is this? So also from Kevin Cole, shout out to Troy Roble. Troy did an exceptional job talking through options with the customer in another situation in Northern California. Troy approached the homeowner and myself, with myself, excuse me. Troy approached the homeowner with Andrew Head and Kevin Cool, laced out the solutions. They were able to get to a final solution. So that's great. Thank you, Kevin. Thanks for recognizing Troy, and thank you for recognizing Jason, and Jason and Troy. Thanks for dealing with those sticky situations. That's awesome. Okay. That was from Kevin Cool. Scott Lowry. Scott Lowry would like to salute Richard Lyle. Richard Lyle, next week, he'll work from 8 a.m. to midnight every day, pulling double duty, first at Intertech, helping with our certification testing, and then jumping over to QAI to make sure all of our critical fire testing gets done properly. A true GF Energy champ. Richard, thank you so much. That is a lot to ask of somebody, and certification is critical. We're approaching both the expectation and the deadline to get certified, and really, really appreciate the effort you're putting in to deliver the results we need. Thank you, Scott, for recognizing Richard. Okay, moving down the path. Let's go here. From Keely DeWitt. 3 cheers for JB and his fantastic family for allowing us to commandeer their home for several weeks. Incredibly gracious host and such great sports. Erica, his wife, even agreed to be a model in one of our video clips. Above and beyond. We owe them a massive debt of gratitude and maybe something like a daily cleaning service for the rest of the year. Yeah, we definitely owe you a debt of gratitude, JB and your family. Keely goes on, it was awesome to be part of this team and show off the pride and joy to the roofers. Everyone was on their A game. Owen, Karen, Tony Z, Tony K, Jacob, who came out on short notice, Leanne, DK, Jack, Charles. The comments from the roofer launch partners were largely outstanding, highly optimistic. They're chomping at the bit to sell this thing. Chris Rector called it, the installation of Pearson on JB's home, a home run. According to Ray, who along with JB was an eloquent, unflappable master of ceremonies. And Keely's so grateful to be part of this team. JB, really, really appreciate what you did. It was fantastic. It was absolutely fantastic. Okay, thank you, Keely, for recognizing this. Okay, we are going to just two more shout outs, and then we're going to call it quits. The next shout out is from Babak. He wants to say thank you to IT. His laptop's touchpad had been detached due to battery swelling issues. They scheduled service by the manufacturer. New parts were shipped and a technician came and repaired the laptop. By sharing this experience, I also want to encourage other colleagues to use such opportunities to expand their equipment life, save over the cost of replacement, and the broader scheme being more sustainable as possible. Yeah, thanks, Babak, and thanks to the IT team for getting that done. That's a really great comment. It's really amazing that battery swelling will cause that to happen. Okay, the last shout out I'm going to give today is from Breck. Breck wants to give a shout out to the concept of trust, conflict, and results. He thinks it's brilliant. He has brought these values into his home and embraced the effects of TCR across his broader network. He says He's very happy to work with GAF Energy, and it has helped him with his confidence, helped him with his family and his career and future. Also, while in Jersey at the install for Timberline Solar, Breck was able to spend time for September 11th in New York City, and really, my words, not his, but looking at the photos, was moved by what he saw at the topic. Okay, he also wants to say a few other topics for the video. At the recent Timberline ES install, we faced typical hazards of installing solar on steep 2-story roof: weather, ladders, and falling debris. Tony Z was instrumental in orchestrating the success of this build. His wealth of industry knowledge allowed for successful demonstration of what we're all working towards. Thank you, Tony. Breck goes on to say, I've been installing solar in one form or another for over 2 decades. Throughout this install, I knew there was a difference in how I felt on the roof. Rack-mounted solar requires dozens, if not hundreds, of trip hazards installed on the roof. The closer to completion, the smaller the roof gets. Foot penetrations, racking, exposed wiring, and panels are the norm. Worse than that, manufacturers and installers have accepted this as part of doing things, not GF Energy. Timberline ES is a product that eliminates typical hazards during installation and even allows secure foot traffic on the solar modules. Safety experts agree that eliminating a hazard is the greatest way of ensuring safety. I'd like to thank Gabby and the entire R&D team for the development of a product that will raise the safety bar to a new level never seen before in the industry. So given Breck's experience, given his tenure here and his tenure in the industry, that's high praise. So thank you very much, Breck, for recognizing that. Thanks for sharing the pictures from New York City. Thanks for taking time away from your family to make that trip, and appreciate your commitment to trust, conflict, and results. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's all we have for today. For those of you that put shout outs in, I will be sure to address them at the All Hands. And for those of you that like the opportunity to add more shout outs to the All Hands I think is on Thursday. So you have a few more days. Cheers.